and welcome to my channel. I'm just a girl who's enthusiastic about makeup and positivity. When I say positivity, I mean bring people up, not pushing people down. Being mean is not cool. Awesome people are not mean, so be kind all the time. Well, at least try and be kind all the time. I know it's hard. I know sometimes we get mad or triggered or whatever, and sometimes we just say things that we don't mean and that they're not kind, and then we feel bad about it. But we can just do our best to try and not be mean often, if that makes any sense. So anyway, welcome to another edition of Friday Frights. I know it's been like a really hot minute since I have uploaded. I apologize. I just have been busy and I have not gotten my act together to upload steady. I apologize. I really suck at being a YouTuber. I hope you guys are having a great start to your summer. Mine is going nicely. I mean, nothing really exciting is going on. I didn't plan to really do much for this summer because I wasn't sure what was going to happen with the pandemic and everything. So I didn't make any plans to travel or anything. But I do want to get to the beach and maybe to an amusement park at some point this summer, just because I want to do something really summery, because last summer we didn't. So anyway, for this edition of Friday Frights, I will be talking about Fort William Henry and Lake George, New York. I've never been there before. I am from New York, but I've never been to Lake George. This story I thought was interesting, so I'm not going to ramble on anymore, and we are just going to get into talking about Fort William Henry and Lake George, New York. So staff at the Fort William Henry Museum have plenty of stories of supernatural occurrences that have happened there throughout the years. Although the current structure is a replica, it was built on the spot where hundreds died back in the siege that occurred in August of 1757. So I figured I would go back and just kind of tell you the history of the spot to give you an idea of why it definitely is a spot that triggers supernatural occurrences. British official Sir Henry William Johnson ordered the fort's construction in 1755 in preparation for a British attack on Crown Point in Lake Champlain. However, the French and their Native American allies would go on to destroy it in less than 2 years after it was built. French forces besieged the fort in 1757, with the siege only lasting a few days and French artillery inflicting most of the damage. To end the siege, the French general Louis-Joseph de Montcalm, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, arranged for British forces to leave, but Native Americans under his command were angry at being denied war spoils, so they massacred several hundred retreating British. Montcalm's army tried to stop deprivations inflicted by their allies on paroled British captives, but events spiraled out of their control, and these events actually formed the backdrop for James Fenimore Cooper's 1826 novel, The Last of the Mohicans. That is a little bit of the history of the land that museum, the fort of the museum, is built on. So it definitely has energy that would be congruent with bringing on paranormal activity, just because it has a lot of death and destruction and unsettledness. At least just from my reading about paranormal, it seems like any type of land that has seen war or any destruction usually has that type of energy. I mean, I'm not an expert, I'm just saying. So what have people actually experienced at Fort William Henry? So many have claimed to have heard some strange sounds, voices, shadowy figures, and objects moving on their own. So some ghosts have even earned themselves nicknames, including the Limper, who creates uneven footsteps as he wanders the building, His amputated skeleton was discovered by archaeologists in the 1950s. Another ghost has been named the Slammer for slamming doors in the faces of guests who visit the museum. A disembodied voice has also been heard telling visitors to leave the powder magazine. Also, orbs, flashing lights, and colored streaks have also been seen, as well as reports of soldiers' ghosts scolding tour guides for entering the fort. I think just overall, Fort Henry seems like a really interesting place, not just for the paranormal activity, but just for the history of it as well. So it would definitely be on my list of places that I would definitely visit, especially because I believe it's only like a few hours from me. I know it's only a few hours from me. I think it's like 3 or something. So anyway, my celestial cupcakes, that is it for this edition of Friday Frights. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I'd love to know if you've ever been to Fort William Henry, and if you have you had any supernatural experiences there? I'm always interested to know what you guys experience and everything, because I just find all that stuff so fascinating. So anyway, if you liked this video, please feel free to give it a like. If you really, really like this video, please feel free to subscribe. If you want to do neither one of those things, that is totally fine. I get it, I know, I'm not one of the cool kids, but that's okay. I still thank you so much for stopping by and spending this minute with me. I really, really appreciate it. I will still send you tons of happy thoughts and positive vibes your way just for stopping by. So thank you. As always, I will have everything that I'm wearing on my face, as well as my Twitter and Instagram handles listed below in case you'd like to follow me there. I post pictures of looks that I do not film, as well as pictures of my pets, and I think they are adorable, but of course we're all biased when it comes to our fur babies, but oh well. So anyway, from one makeup lover to another, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and remember, be you, do you, love you. Bye!